jump back into it. Hey, Bangarama! More Geralt. It's gonna be sad to see Geralt go, but luckily in the realm of video games, there are more muscly men to take his place. Insanely wild, right? If Attenborough can't get HD, infrared camera shots of the Wild Hunt, I don't even know who can. And today, we do have a side quest that was requested, and I would be very sad if we skipped this quest. So we're off to Bassane Farm, where we will ride northwest for a little bit until we reach this area right here, where there is a quest. A quest that sounds amazing.
Knights, we on bed. Guard, you dead guy.
I saw a dead man yesterday.
And we'll drink and be merry.
We'll drink and be merry. Aw, looks like a little lighthouse. It's like those things at Disney. Epcot. So we are going north to Bassane Farm. Wild Hunt wildness greater than Bigfoot. I would say even greater than the illustrious white whale. Although we have gotten pictures of a white sperm whale before.
They fought like two cats in a bag, and now they're to run Belgard together.
You know, the Duchess wants us to report in. We've got other things to do. We don't belong to the Duchess. We can go do whatever we want. They have more evidence of UFOs than they have of the Wild Hunt. Oh, look at the roses. Oh, and a cow.
Give me peace, peace.
You're tormented. By what?
Forgive me, but I must ask directly. Are you a man? I no longer trust my senses.
Duchesses can wait. Am I a man? Depends on how you define man.
Yes. Meaning I'm physical, no specter or vision if that's what you fear. Don't trust your senses? Why?
A foulness, a demon or wraith haunts me, grants me no rest. It wants something. I sense this, but know not what. Each day it appears, tarries, then leaves. It's here now, there, beyond the trees.
Don't see a thing.
Of course not. It cannot be seen.
Yet you see it?
Only when I drink the brew, which brings a pain to my head, nausea. But I endured these to keep an eye on the wraith, my tormentor.
I wonder if the wraith has a crush on her, and it's hiding behind the tree because it wants to tell her it loves her. But wraith and human? Human and wraith? Nothing like that has ever been done before.
This demon of yours, can you describe it?
It is an enormous horse, its hoofbeats pounding in the dark. It gallops to me, stops, stares, then runs on.
Sure it's not just a wild horse, run-of-the-mill?
Maybe it's
The creature
Zeus?
is not of this world. When it gazes at me, a terrible chill pervades my soul. It is evil.
Terrible chill.
possessed. Its eyes black, void. Each time it comes, terror grips me. I cease what I'm doing, still my breath and heart.
What's your brew made of? Gotta wonder what's causing such strong visions. You drop in some mushroom, jumper tub, dancing dewlap?
Close.
Chumber tub.
The common grey top. I see you know your herbs.
Grey top? Variety's extinct if I recall correctly.
Nearly, but not quite. I was able to grow a few from dried spores. I'd hoped a brew of grey top would reveal
might be
this
right.
nightmare. I was not wrong.
Far as I know, Grey Top produces some powerful side effects, though it can, in fact, reveal the hidden, the immaterial.
Yes, I see the evil. Better that than to know it is there, but not know where.
You know, she's clearly very troubled. I don't think she's trying to scam me.
Fine. You seem sure
Right?
something's out
She's
there.
still
Let's see
on
what I
that
can
mushroom.
do. Start by
That
taking a look
chumper tub.
around.
That old
I
chumber
cannot
tub.
shut my eyes, for fear the nightmare comes again.
Oh, shoot. I just forgot to track the... Was it J? There we go. Maybe we will get a bonus. Unless, of course, some god has chosen this chick.
Dead moths. Attracted to some ghosts like to the light of a candle. Seems there's at least some truth to the hermit's ravings.
Alright, let's see. What's in here? A kitty who doesn't like me? Ooh, lots of food. We're taking that food.
Drops of blood on the pillow. Trail of them leading to the window.
Interesting.
Common Grey Top. Strong hallucinogen. Thought extinct. Don't often get to see that.
The Flagellant's Manifesto. Fellow sons and daughters of Lebioda, the end is nigh. Mend your ways and put your faith in the good tome. For our prophet has written, to shun the pleasures of the flesh and shirk from comfort is at times recommended, and to value one's neighbor's fortune above one's own comfort is commendable. That is why we, the eighth-day Flagellants, scourge ourselves and torment our flesh to ensure all folk of the world enjoy long and prosperous lives. Whatever evil, sickness, or misconduct lurks in this world's dark corners survives not, because we have been negligent in striking our backs with the whip. Right, we're not gonna take too much money, but we may steal some things inside your home.
Shutters closed tight. Need to check the other side, see if the trail continues.
Kitty? Dead moths, more kitties. A pupper! Well, her and I are gonna be best friends. So she gets
Trail
high.
of blood starts at the pillow, ends here. Medallion's still vibrating.
It looked at you, then galloped into the woods.
Something drinks the hermit's blood at night. That I know. Gotta talk to her. Maybe she can tell me something more.
Witcher.
Lady.
Heard flagellants whip themselves to atone for all humankind's wrongs. To appease the gods, gain their forgiveness. That why you do it?
We've each our own reasons. I seek to atone for the suffering of a living being, which once fell victim to another's vanity. I care not for humankind, preferring instead the company of animals.
That's fair. I think most of us get that way.
Most likely some kind of wraiths tormenting you. Can't tell what kind, though. Felt weak, spent lately? Noticed bite marks on your skin?
As I said, I feel weaker by the day. And bites, of course. There are lice and midges here aplenty.
This isn't lice. Something much bigger drinks your blood while you sleep.
But I do not sleep. Not a wink. He's always present, always watching.
Good
I
morning,
cannot
Babel.
bear it any longer.
Sadly, not much I can do. Can't exterminate it if I can't see it.
The great up. I shall make
It
a
does
brew of
look
it.
painful, doesn't it?
I've 2 mushrooms
It's a
left.
great symbol
Enough
for
one
flatulence,
dose.
though.
Perhaps then you'll see what I do.
Well, of course. Has Geralt ever been one to not get high?
A proper brew could be our only chance to figure this out. All right. High time we tried this.
Bottoms up, baby. We need some chumber tub. Flatulence. Close. Flatulence with a T is farting. Flatulence with a G is when you hurt yourself. As some sort of religious
If I start
atonement.
muttering something about unicorns or sorceresses, ignore it.
Ignore it. Hog-tied and ball-gagged, right? She's just tricking him. She's so lonely out here. Right, the Green Dragon? Nothing can be... He even knows the song of the Green Dragon. Alright, we're getting high, everybody. We're gonna talk about sorceresses and unicorns. Oh shit, man! I like that they do the wavy thing. It works really well.
Don't see no wraith.
Wow, this clover's amazing. Now that's what I call a bouquet.
Who said that?
Oh, you're awake. Had me worried. You were out way too long. Even considered giving you some white honey. Kinda hard to do with hooves, though.
Roach?
Roach? Yeah, I was gonna say Roach is a girl.
Your voice. It's, interesting. Gotta say, I expected a young mare to sound, girlish.
Based on what? Your vast experience with talking animals? Far as I know, I'm your first.
Good point. Must be the brew that did this. Interesting side effect.
Great, isn't it? You should take this stuff more often. Got so many pointers I could give you.
Can't, sadly.
I'm so
Drinking
happy
this
they
too often could
animated the
prove
mouth.
fatal. Hey, know how you always show up when I whistle? How's that work exactly?
Well, you're my human. Gotta be there when you need me. Yes, I'll be there for you, ooh, as the world falls down.
Still kinda strange. How you cross the ocean when I call sometimes, but then get hung up on the tiniest fence. What's that about?
What can I say? Everyone's got limits.
Who put that in there? That's genius! Genius!
Listen,
Now we
got
have all
this
the answers
contract
we
I need
need.
to finish before the brew wears off.
Right. Monster won't slay itself. Let me see. First up, I need to know what we're dealing with. Follow me, and try not to trample any plants or small animals.
Walk this way.
Geralt, we gotta inspect this area closely. I'll look for clues. You stand there and... well, just stand.
Right.
Will you look at that?
Don't see anything here.
These are hoof prints. Not just any old horses either. These were left by an astral being. Otherworldly. We gotta follow them.
Dead moths often mean a phantom's nearby.
Thanks, Captain Obvious. Now, what about the smell? Same whiff I caught at the cemetery in Vizima when we were hunting ghouls. The smell of death.
Smells normal to me. Not taking me for a ride, are you?
Seriously?
I don't know if it's the same voice actor. It might be.
All right. Now I know what we're up against.
Now, to recap. Here's what we got.
Right, Geralt. Let's sum up what we know so far.
Yes!
We're dealing with some kind of wraith or phantom, most likely. It visits the hermit at night, drinks her blood. Even if we manage to find it, I've got no idea how I could possibly fight it.
Geralt, please, I got this. It's definitely an Umbra, an immaterial wraith. This one's assumed the form of a horse.
An Umbra actually makes sense. Umbrae are completely invisible, even to Witchers. But how can you be sure?
Because it's not invisible to me, Doofus. It's right over there.
What?
It's getting away! Come on, Witcher! Hop in the saddle! Gotta catch it! There's the Umbra! Let's go, Geralt! After it!
I'm glad he's so excited.
Hey, gotta save my strength a bit. No telling how long we're gonna need to keep running. Geralt, we gotta have a man-to-horse talk. No offense, but your riding skills, they leave a bit to be desired, buddy. You'd really do me a solid if you could, apply a slightly surer hand. Be a little more decisive about where you want me to go. Sometimes I got no idea, buddy. Do I go left, right, toward where I'm standing?
Yeah, and it'd be great if you could respond more fluidly to my commands.
Hey, heard this one? Horse walks into a tavern, and the innkeeper says, "Hey, pal, why the long face?" Ha! Let's not lose sight of that Umbra. Can you see it now?
Yeah, it's right there. Run, Roach.
What the fuck do you think I'm doing?
What language? We need to talk about this after this is all over.
As long as we're being candid, I gotta ask. Why do you sometimes buck me off in the middle of a fight?
First I've heard. Don't recall that ever happening.
Of course you don't.
Melted into thin air.
Wait, except we got this. Wait, what?
Oh, fuck! Geralt, watch out!
Bastard.
What? He's just standing in the corner screaming. I love this guy. I didn't know I could love him anymore. But here we are. Alright, steel sword.
Marcello Clarici. Knight. Died last year.
Clarici.
Was more or less the same age as our hermit. Seems his spirit's become a horse-shaped umbra that's tormenting Penastri.
Why are you telling me this? I can read and draw my own conclusions.
Thinking aloud, that's all. Helps me focus.
I'm glad we have this helmet for him for this adventure.
Geralt, it's the Umbra! Attack!
Hold on.
Let me explain.
Yes. Please do. I love
Talk,
to hear ghost
but
stories.
Make it fast. Why are you tormenting the hermit?
She torments me, refuses to forgive me. I'm denied peace in the afterlife, and it's all her doing. Each day I come and beg her for clemency.
Beg her for clemency. You drink her blood, drive her mad with fear.
I don't know how to explain it, but yes, a monstrous force takes me. Though I also know I'll not have peace till the day Pinastri forgives me.
You and the Hermit, how do you know each other?
We met as babes, grew up side by side. I loved her. Yet she was always sad. Nothing could cheer her. The world terrified her. I thought her gloom came from being poor. So I did my damnedest to take us from our village, make us a better life elsewhere. Became a squire, took her with me to the palace. But Pinastri soon learned nobles are no more decent than peasants, not a speck.
The common misconception.
Once even I'd grown vile to her eyes, she fled the palace and joined the flagellants. I left the court to be near her, yet she cast me off. Said she didn't want to know me. When the whip-bearers proved too hard-hearted for her too, she became a hermit. I see it clearly now, though I never understood her while alive. From the grave's dark depth, the living are bright, sharp flares. You see all their thoughts at once. Now I understand why she had to cast me off.
She's full of rage. Probably what turned you into an Umbra.
Roach, backing it up. Roach knows.
Why take the form of a horse?
A horse? What do you mean? Each day since I died, a power lifts me from my grave and makes me run. Then I return with blood in my mouth. I don't know what this is, how it comes to pass, but I do know the torment will continue.
Oh, he is
until she
clearly
forgives me.
riveted by this tale.
But she sees me as a horse, you say?
Riveted.
Seems so. Same way I saw you. Must have hurt her something awful if she refuses to forgive you, would rather see you suffer. What did you do?
To her? Nothing. But my horse, I flogged it to death. Pinastri, she saw this.
And there we have it.
Proud stallion, my Blaze. But he was a bucker, and tossed me during a tourney. One I'd wanted to win badly. Pinastri had been so glad they'd let me stand. Me, a peasant's son. I wanted to win it for her. But that horse made me loose. Rage overcame me. I struck and struck, until at last he fell. Oh, the regret. I beg you, forgive me. Absolve me in Blaze's very name.
What do you think, Roach?
Can't forgive you for that. Not in my power.
But your horse could? Please, I'd do anything. I'm desperate. Help me.
I'd even ask for forgiveness.
Noble mare, forgive me my sin.
Could free his spirit, pardoning him on behalf of his horse. But you shouldn't do it if you don't think he deserves forgiveness.
Did a rotten thing. Got no excuse. Your horse was loyal. Did the best damn job he could. 'Cause that's how we horses are.
True. I know I deserved what befell me.
But we aren't vengeful, don't hold grudges, don't dwell on being left in monster-infested woods. So, in your poor Blaze's name, I forgive you.
Got the piano in the background.
Thank you. I feel it's is incredible. Such relief, such lightness.
I wish this was an entire expansion. Buddy cop.
All right then. Guess we might as well head back. Penastri's nights ought to be ghost-free from now on. Anything to add, Geralt?
Nope. Let's go see her.
He does. Or she. Yeah, it's a mare. I mean, very good. Very riveting. She clearly listens to what well, not us. She listens to the speakers, not Geralt. Geralt ain't exactly one for words.
Phantom's gone. Shouldn't torment you ever again.
I felt a change. I did. As if I'd been released from a cramped dunk cellar.
And that's what not forgiving does to people.
I had come to believe no one could help me.
Cellars.
I'm grateful, Witcher. I'm well aware Witchers work for hire, for pay. But I've no coin, alas. I can offer only this.
This adventure was enough, lady.
Potatoes.
Good crop this year. Exceptional.
That's cool. I eat so much food.
Phantom's departure. Mostly Roach's doing.
Then I thank you too, noble creature.
Gotta admit, easy peasy with our powers combined. So, what now? We hit the path? Ride to the nearest notice board? Rustle up another contract?
Exactly. Oh, effects of the bruise waning. I can feel it. Won't be able to understand you soon.
Ah, that's horseshit. I mean, I got so much more I want to tell you, and...
Clever beasts, horses. Farewell, Witcher.
This may be the saddest moment in the entire game. I don't know if we can go on after this. I mean, we have to. But it's... But now we ride slowly away. Slowly and sadly away. To find munchies, yes.
Come on.
Extra feed, and only the best of feeds. And now I feel justified in updating the house so that everything is good to go, right? So I'll take some time to wipe our tears here. You can't hurt me anymore, game. Too many wounds have been opened, and now we're scarred over. An SCP if you're there. Thank you for recommending that quest.
Stocks and the whip await those running riot.
Wait.
Peace and quiet.
So are these guards also required to rhyme? Because that's what I'm getting.
Geralt of Rivia, Master Witcher.
Ooh, she put her
I
skirt
was
back
not
on.
mistaken. You arrived and trouble followed soon after.
Step aside. Got a matter for the Duchess.
At last, Witcher. We've been on tenterhooks. Did you catch Milton's killer?
Tenterhooks. Don't think I've ever seen that word before. Tenterhooks. Ooh, do we tell her, do we not? She seems reasonable.
Case is more serious than we thought. The beast? I couldn't kill it. Didn't manage.
We sent you after a monster and you return with nothing? We are very disappointed.
Situation's not quite that simple. Beast's a powerful vampire.
Is this a
Right,
problem?
the pantaloons, the
Is it
sexy
too much
pants.
for a witcher? A monster slayer? But everyone knows how to end a vampire. Draw him by trick into sunlight. Or arm yourself with ample garlic and drive a stake through its heart.
Garlic's useless against vampires. Sun and stakes don't hurt him either. Those methods, pure invention. Only work in legends and fables.
Yes, CP.
And buckthorn?
All right, see you,
When I
Babel.
was a
Thanks for
child,
hanging out.
Grandmama Ademarta always claimed buckthorn drives off vampires.
Silver sword's your best option for keeping them at bay. But it won't get the job done, because only a higher vampire can truly kill another of its kind.
Excuses. Ha! Your Grace, I shall assemble a battue. Bring the matter to its end at once. The Witcher need but tell us where to find this monster.
Go ahead. Send them to their death. Certain death.
To a lone Witcher, perhaps. To 40 of my men-at-arms, but another skirmish.
Dude.
40, 50, 100. Doesn't matter. Won't make any difference against him.
You have not seen my guardsmen in action.
Can they fight fog? Hit a target that moves faster than the wind?
How? What
No.
creature can do such things?
Creatures like this one. Higher vampires, we call them. Each one's a little different. Unique or exceptional, you might say. Some transform into giant bats. Others communicate with animals, command them.
Yet all are still brainless beasts.
Dead wrong. Thinking of lesser vampires. Alps, Ekamaras, Catacans, for instance. They're ruled by instinct, sure. Attack anything that smells of blood. Higher vampires? They think. They employ reason.
Monsters driven by reason. A curious contention. What, then, do you intend to do?
Find out the reason.
It's way beyond being some monster. This is a powerful being that's walked the world for centuries.
Yeah, impossible. If so great is their power, why have they not killed or enslaved us all?
Don't usually meddle in our matters. Mostly stay out of our way because they don't care about humans one way or the other.
And they do not fear we shall wipe them out one day.
Nope.
They'd probably be pretty amused if you asked them that. They're well aware of their strength.
Then what can we do? Do you have a plan?
Gonna talk to him. We're gonna use reason, just like our vampire buddies. Fire with
Try
fire.
to talk to him. That's our best bet.
I cannot believe this. Her Grace summons a Witcher to kill a monster. Instead, he wishes to chat with it.
We could learn
Know
so
what
much.
I'm doing. His lover was kidnapped. He's being blackmailed.
Blackmailed? Be so kind as to explain how a vampire might be blackmailed.
Higher vampires? They're like us, motivated by emotions, not instinct. Not only are they intelligent to an extreme, they're emotionally rich, capable of feeling many things, even love. This one fell in love with a woman, a human, and he'll do anything to keep her from harm.
You do not, I trust, suggest we let Milton's killer go free. Or wait until it murders again. We must render it harmless as quickly as possible.
Which is why that's my aim now, to prevent further attacks. Vampires only half the problem. Blackmailers at fault chiefly. Kidnapped the woman to control the vampire.
And what do you propose to do?
I'll find the blackmailer, free the vampire's lover.
You were to destroy him, not help him.
No one else should die. That's most important. Soon as the woman's safe, he'll have no more reason to kill.
I admit to being swayed, Witcher. You may be right. Do you know anything about the blackmailer?
Got one lead. A few scraps of paper. Blackmailer wrote the names of the vampire's victims on them. One of them stained. A drop of wine, looks like. So damn little to go on.
You've no idea how wrong you are, my dear. Send for the ducal sommelier. Hop, hop!
Yes! So it works in our favor that we told.
Into
For
some.
now.
Wine is sacred. Here there is no such thing as a drop of wine, or stains therefrom. They are stains from a drop of Est, Ervelus, Fiorano.
Your Grace wished to see me?
Oh, he was right there ready to go.
Witcher, show him the paper scrap. Benoit, can you determine which wine made this stain?
Yes, yes. The west bank of the Saint Retour. That's rather obvious. Aged in barrels of Beauclair oak. Hue, deep burgundy. Clarity, high. It's simple. Saint Real, the 1269 vintage.
That's impossible. The wine is produced at Castel Revello, especially and exclusively for the ducal table. Perhaps some Saint Real was stolen. We must go to the vineyard, see if there's not been an incident.
Saint Real. Never heard of
You're
it.
gonna rip your dress
It's
off
highly
and come with
unlikely
again?
you've ever had a chance to partake of it. As I said, it is only ever served to the ducal family.
Didn't stop it from ending up on that scrap of paper. Unless your Grace's sommelier is mistaken.
In matters of wine, Benoit is never mistaken. If he says it's Saint Real, it is Saint Real. We must ride to Castel Revello at once. Discover what has happened.
She's very well written.
Wait. Your Grace wants to go with me? Out of the question.
I hope you do not suppose we will sit on our ducal hiney and do nothing while our duchy is in grave danger.
Your Grace, what you propose is far too dangerous. The Witcher should go alone.
It pleases me to see you gentlemen finally agree on something.
Oh!
But I've made my decision. We shall go, accompanied by the best possible escorts. You, Captain, and Geralt. We will travel incognito. We've no wish to give the court any reason to
I
gossip.
think she has a fancy for both
For
of
the
these
duration
men.
of this mission, I release you from your obligation to adhere to court protocol. In short, from now on, I am Anna Henrietta, not your Grace.
Yes, Your Grace. Witcher, are you ready?
I'm ready, man. Are you ready?
Yeah, ready to go.
Excellent. Give me a moment. I must don something more appropriate and concealing. Then we will be off.
She was always an adventurer at heart. Maybe she wanted to be a witcher when she was younger. Now I'm gonna be sad every time I look at Roach. I need more of those mushrooms. Just get high the rest of the game.
This vampire, have you ever faced its sort before?
I have.
How did it end? Did you kill it?
Didn't have to fight him. Hadn't killed anyone.
Have you ever heard of anyone defeating such a vampire?
Know of a man who defeated one, sure. But he didn't manage to kill it. Ultimately, only another vampire can kill a vampire.
Oh, this is so pretty. Just some dudes chilling in a field at night. But it's a beautiful night, so why wouldn't you go out into the field and enjoy it? Stargazing, man. Right
Panthers
then?
have attacked the wagon! We must help!
Stay back, Your Grace. We shall see to this. Back, you beast! Begone!
So many panthers.
Save us!
Oh, I had wine.
Back, you beast! Begone!
Done. Time to
you! We'd have been done for!
They were fortunate
Thank
we
you.
happened by.
You saved our lives.
Hooray!
Let's go! Tell me more about this vineyard, Castel Ravello.
It's the best in Ortusa. An old master of the winemaking trade runs it. Fabricio.
He trustworthy?
He's held his post for years. There's never been a problem. Till now. I wish to know your thoughts, Geralt. The Sonreal stain, how did it wind up on the paper? Is someone from the vineyard blackmailing the vampire?
Could be a servant. Could be the steward. Could be the wine was just stolen from the estate.
We shall know when we arrive. It's not far now.
You're right, yeah, the one in Novigrad. I don't know. Was he a lesser vampire? We could look it up. But maybe he's not dead. But he did transform into that.
Captain de la Tour,
I don't know.
we did not expect any visitors from the palace. How are affairs at court?
Very
Doubtless
good.
you've heard of the Beast of Beauclair. Well, we've our hands full. Especially since the rogue last attacked in the palace gardens.
I trust Her Illustrious Highness was not harmed.
I'm
Kind of
supposed
you
to
to
tell
ask,
people.
Master Fabricio. I am well.
Your Grace? We were not warned. I shall order the salon prepared at once.
That won't be necessary. As you can see, we are not here on an official visit.
Naturally. Might I ask then what has brought you to Castel Ravello?
This is an inspection. We've got questions. You'll answer them.
Or else.
Oh, and who are you, sir, to speak to me this way?
This is Geralt of Rivia, a witcher.
He
He
tries
has come
to
to
be
Toussaint on my
bossy.
personal invitation.
Which is to say...
Which is to say, I expect you to treat him with the utmost respect.
Of course, Your Grace.
Did you hear that, Witcher? Fabricio will be delighted to answer your every question.
Want to talk about Saint-Réal?
I am at your service.
Some of this wine might have been stolen. Just a suspicion we have, but any burglaries lately?
Oh, thanks for the
Burglaries.
host silence.
Not to my knowledge. And a few days past I took stock of the inventory. All was accounted for. The barrels lie safely in the cellar, I assure you.
Who hauls the barrels to the palace?
We've our own garrison. Guards who have served here for years and would answer with their heads for the wine.
We'll not get anywhere asking questions, I see. It's a waste of time.
Your Grace? How am I to understand this?
Master Fabricio, we have proof someone's gained access to Sonreal. Someone who should not have. Which means one of two things. Either you lie to our face,
Oh.
or you are an idiot who has had wine stolen from under his nose and not even realized it. In either case, you shall answer for it.
But...
Silence! And listen. I shall inspect the barrels in person, thus giving you time to reflect. When I return, I expect to hear answers.
This poor
Remind
guy.
me, where is the Sonreal stored?
In the main cellar, around the corner. I'll show you.
I shall find it. Give me the key to the cellar and wait here.
Oh, of course, Your Grace. Here it is.
Come, Witcher.
This poor guy. He probably doesn't. Hopefully, doesn't know anything about it.
We shall wait here, Master
Okay,
Fabricio.
so he was a catachan.
What if Fabricio's blackmailing the vampire? Considered that?
He has his flaws, but I would never suspect him of such a thing. He's been very loyal. He owes all he has to me. His father frittered away the family fortune. He left his son an encyclopedic knowledge of wine. That is all. Fabricio lived as a beggar until I appointed him steward of Castel Ravello. Only then did he come into his own.
There we go. turn on the senses, because we gotta sense that booty.
So where do we start?
Let us see if all the barrels are present. Here's the inventory ledger.
No one told me we were gonna be taking inventory. If I'd have known this, we would have ordered pizza and done this in the middle of the night when this is supposed to be closed. All right, I'm gonna take a little break. We'll come back. We'll do inventory. And we'll see just what's going on. One moment. All right, inventory. So older catechans can be classified as a higher vampire. Oh, the one we killed in Novigrad was like 200 years old. That would make sense. That would make sense. I mean, a lot of vampire lore revolves around the older the vampire is, the stronger they are. Which makes sense, especially for beings that can live forever.
Vintner's log. Fermentation completed with no complications. Tapped above sediment line. Here it is. Barreling. Everything lines up at first glance. Neatly and thoroughly documented.
Then we must follow our other lead. Benoit said the stain came from the 1269 vintage. Let's find it.
Ooh. Ever loose?
Ervelous. I like it. Quite dry.
An excellent wine. You've good taste.
You flirting with me, madame? Est?
Est. Think everyone and their mother's heard of this wine.
Among the best in the world. Castel Ravello is famous for it.
Here we go. Fiorano.
Fiorano. Dandelion's favorite. Adores it.
Ah, yes. That sophisticated palate of his.
Hey, did she just insult Dandelion? Pomino.
Got Pomino over here.
Sangreal. Ooh, is it up? Oh! We've got an entire upstairs. It would be the one in the back dark corner. Yep.
Right here. 1269. What now?
Let's see if any barrels are empty.
Wanna open them?
For now, a knock will suffice.
Darn it.
If you hear a hollow thud, we will have found what we seek.
Looking for the hollow thud. If we can navigate these stairs.
Full?
Full. This one's full too.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Full. this one's full too.
So she only knocked one of these barrels and then she gave up. This would have gone a lot faster, Your Majesty.
Full.
Alright.
Looks like all the barrels are full. Dead end, I'm afraid.
Full they are. The question is, are they full of Sanrial? Grab a tap and a hammer. We shall open them one by one and taste.
I'm okay with this. Just get a little wasted, you know? Just drink a little wine. Well, there's one down there. Tap and a hammer. If I had a tap. If I had a
Barrel
hammer.
taps.
We'll get the hang of these one day.
Got the taps.
Then get to work. Let's broach those barrels.
Ready.
Step aside.
So,
Those hints of spice. Distinctive. This is Sonreal.
Gonna do it one at a time, otherwise I think she might get confused. You know, she's not used to this kind of duty as a queen.
Revolting, bitter plonk.
could have gone sour while aging.
Impossible. This is not wine. This is contaminated refuse that should never have made it into a barrel.
Oh, jeez.
The fact that it did was no accident, I'm sure.
Master Fabricio, let's see what he has to say about it.
Fabricio. The light. Ooh!
Master Fabricio, I am very disappointed.
But, Your Grace, I...
You are a step away from losing your head. Speak the truth and you might yet keep it.
These hand movements, they're awesome. Ooh.
I admit it. I sold a barrel of Sonreal. I beg you to forgive me.
Why did you do it?
I couldn't resist. The sum they offered, it was enormous. I gave in.
Is what I provide not enough?
I wished to buy back my family's estate. For here, nothing is truly mine. I've a roof over my head, ample food to eat, but what is a nobleman without land of his own? I shall tell you everything, if you agree to show me mercy.
Who'd you sell the wine to?
A few weeks past at the pheasantry, a rich nobleman approached me. He called himself a diplomat, well connected at court.
And you believed him?
He suggested we embark on an enterprise. Some of his clients had offered dizzying sums for even a drop of Sonreal. He was to serve as intermediary.
This man's name.
He never revealed it. He was tall, black-haired, and spoke with a foreign lilt. He claimed to hail from Sintra.
I've no Sintrian aristocrat at court.
Really thought nobody'd find out.
I was a fool, very foolish. I beg you, Your Grace, you must forgive me.
Wine itself, how'd you hand it over?
We met under the cover of darkness in the ruins of Fort Astre. A dozen or so men came to collect. Armed men, the kind that stink of trouble. I had hauled the barrel there. They transferred it to their cart, and we went our separate ways.
That's it? At the last you ever saw of them?
That is to say, a few days passed. A messenger arrived. He said they wished to buy another barrel and, well, I've prepared it. Have it ready to deliver.
He was just gonna keep doing it? Oh man, Queenie, if she isn't... She's already furious. That would probably push her over the edge, I would imagine.
That's enough.
Wow.
Know all we need to know.
Your Grace, I beg your forgiveness.
You're gonna do it again.
Get out of my sight. Captain, have your men take Master Fabricio to the dungeon. He must answer for his crime. High treason the charge. What now, Witcher?
We set a trap. Need to catch the wine thieves. Sentry and Noble could be our blackmailer. Next, transport. I'll take it to Fort Astra. Damien and his soldiers will cover me.
For once, I agree with you. We will do as you say. Let me know when you are ready.
Oh, we can start now, man.
See no reason to wait. Let's get going.
As
We
long
will
as
set
I get
out
one of
now.
those flowers.
Position ourselves before you arrive. You will take the cart and meet us there.
Fine. When the handoff begins, watch for my signal.
That's the signal. Be ready for it. Subtle. We don't want them catching on that it's a signal. Oh, I'm sad I don't get to drive the cart. But I guess they didn't want one of those Prince of Persia mishaps.
Relax. Now we wait.
Our favorite vintner.
Oi, you ain't our favorite vintner. Who the fuck are you? I'm Harry fucking Potter. I love that series. Got a lightning bolt
Him.
tat on my face. Stay a bush, baby. Capital A.
Pathetic.
I'm not going to light those exploding barrels because I know how that goes. That was not me. That was not me. Is everybody? Roach wants to fight. Just cut off their heads. That's what you do.
Is it just me, or did we agree you'd wait for my signal?
That was the plan, but...
Great shot. Good thing you reacted. Can't say how that would have ended otherwise.
At your service. It was a good fight. We managed to capture one of the scoundrels.
Are we gonna
That's
be
asking
bros?
a few questions.
Cause I'm sensing a broship
Witcher,
forming.
A moment. I was wrong about you.
A broship? It's coming?
Well, had no reason to trust me, and I didn't do much to change that.
It's cool, man.
True.
A
You are not
bromance.
the most endearing of men. At any rate, I see the effort you put forth. And I appreciate it.
I appreciate the effort you put forth, man.
Let us go to her grace. She awaits nearby.
See, Witcher is teaching me a lot about bro interactions.
Not at all surprised. Expected she'd want to oversee this personally.
Is she gonna be the torturer
master's eye
because I'm all
fattens the
behind
calf.
this?
You're beginning to understand that, I see. This prisoner of yours, bring him to me. We must ask him some questions.
Although, to be fair, she's top of the list of people I'm suspecting. Aw, the pain.
Captain,
Just gonna grab that arrow.
Who sent you?
Who do
His
you
name
work
is
for?
Dog. They say he plowed your mother.
Once again, who sent you?
And so what if a dog plowed
Your
me, Mum?
nun's lover. They call it...
Wait. If he doesn't wish to speak, he needn't. I can think of several other ways he can be helpful. I'm certain the Witcher will need bait to lure the beast of Beauclair.
What?
Usually only take measures like that as a last resort, but in this case, think I can make an exception.
Do as you deem fit. He is all yours.
Captain, have your men find me a strong rope. Kind that won't snap when we hang this fellow from a tree.
Rope?
Live bait. Great for monsters, provided they catch the scent of its blood. But I'll see to that.
What? No. Crikey, no! Don't let him!
Stop screaming. Save your strength. Got a long night ahead of you.
No! Don't let him! I'll talk!
See, this guy right here, from his tats, he loves Charlie Brown. And that's why he shaved his head. He loves Charlie Brown.
Barrels. Where were you gonna take them?
I don't know.
Captain, need that rope after all.
I truly don't know. Hornet's the leader, only he ever knew where to go. But he lies over there, dead. That one. The first barrel went to a warehouse at the port. But where this one was bound, I don't know. I speak true. You must believe me.
Who hired you?
He'll kill me.
Oughta be worried about me right now. Who is he?
You're dead either way,
Go
buddy.
on, man. Spit it out.
I can also...
Centurion. That is what they call him. I've never seen him, but I know he mustered the men for this caper. That's what they said, that we were working for the Centurion. I don't know anything else. I swear it.
Take him away. Throw him in the dungeon. He shall await trial there.
It's some great lighting right there.
Captain, we ride to town. Gather your men and seek out the Cintrian. Someone else must have seen him, must know of him.
Yes, Your Grace. I'll report to the palace as soon as I learn anything.
I shan't return to the palace. Our mission has not yet ended. The Witcher and I will await you at the guard post near the port.
Let's go to town.
Woo! And then it's a shopping montage because she loves shopping in town.
He's late.
Relax, he'll come.
There's something I'd like to know. How can you be so damned calm?
Because I'm not on my period.
Side effect of my mutations. We Witchers rarely get the jitters.
What if something has happened to him?
Captain seems like a man who can take care of himself.
Perhaps he can.
Those are awesome
but this
pants,
Cintrian
though.
appears to be no common bandit. He managed to steal ducal wine from under my guardsman's noses. We only learned of it through a fortunate coincidence. And it was he who specified the victims for the vampire. One must be exceptionally confident to blackmail such a monster.
I mean, maybe she's a red herring. I won't be surprised either way if it goes she's innocent or she's guilty. But, gosh darn, she's just one of those characters. He can't help but... I know she's a queen, so that's how she acts, but come on.
Still don't know this Cintrian's behind the kidnapping and blackmail. Might have just handled the theft of the wine.
Even if it's so, he then sold the wine to the blackmailers. As I see it, that makes him an accomplice.
Need to find the Centrian, whether or not he's responsible for the murders.
It leads that way,
Even if
chick.
none of it's his doing, he could still know our blackmailer's identity. Besides, it's one thing to know who ordered the killings. Other thing entirely, and just as important, is why they... Someone's coming.
Hoods up, everybody. Oh, hey, dude.
Captain, why so long? We expected you hours ago.
This Centurion does not work alone. We are fighting an organization, not one man. Bandits attacked us, not a small force either. One of my boys has a broken arm, another a shattered knee, lamed for life. And the word on the street is there's a hefty bounty on your head, Geralt.
It's like Witcher 2, right? Not the first time we've had a bounty. Hey, John. Hey, Ram. Welcome. Really sad this is Geralt's last journey. It is, John. I agree. But it's been an incredible journey, and it's going to have a very strong end, which is great. It hasn't been run into the ground at all, which can happen. So I don't know after this one if I'd want a Witcher 4, but at the same time, even though this is kind of a complete trilogy, he is just a guy on adventures in a world, and it's a great world to adventure in. And by no means was Witcher 3 the end of his tale altogether.
Used to it. Not the first time I've been hunted.
Must you always? Now,
What, kill?
the port warehouse
job,
where the
buddy.
wine was delivered, we identified it, then learned who had hired it out. This proved to be a beggar, a stand-in. We found him. He admitted all. A man had paid him to sign the lease, a man he met while begging outside the pheasantry. There, fate lent us a hand.
No, Gwen. Get
A
out with your
waitress
Gwen.
recalled spilling wine on a nobleman who spoke with a Cintrian accent.
What did he look like?
Her description was not helpful. Handsome, well-dressed, with a beard. No distinguishing marks. This could be anyone. But she remembered his female companion very well, as she recognized her. On the Cintrian's arm was Cecilia Bellant.
The singer. I've heard of her. She's said to be gifted. Fairy.
The same. We went to her home immediately. Cecilia was not there, but we questioned her servants. A chambermaid claimed Cecilia is to meet a Cintrian gentleman tonight. She'd invited him to a reception mounted by the Mandragora.
A party? I love parties, especially in this game. Really, oh, that would be great, right? Because she talked about it in this game, about being in that world of cyberpunk. Oh my god, could you imagine? I'm sure they'd only do like a flash through. Oh my god, it's Ciri, if you've ever played The Witcher. But if you haven't played The Witcher, it wouldn't matter. But oh, yes. Here's to hoping that game is just as amazing, if not more amazing, right? Key to winning Gwen is using Igni on the board, right? As soon as you're about to lose, light that bitch up.
The Mandragora. What's that?
A club. An affiliation of local artists. Painters, sculptors, troubadours, and dancers.
Never heard of it.
They exude a mystique. Consciously, I think. Behaving like an exclusive cabal. Artistic elites. Every now and again they mount soirees. Only wealthy patrons are invited. All arrive in elaborate masks, then drink and flirt.
Sounds like my kind of party.
Gotta nab the Cintrian. Seems we have to go to that get-together.
You read my mind, Witcher. I shall gather my men, surround the establishment. Not a mouse will squeeze through.
Out of the question. If the Cintrian truly does have men about the city, he will find out and escape once again.
Duchess is right. Need to be careful. Best go there, blend in with the crowd.
Precisely what we shall do.
We, Your Grace.
There we go with that we again.
In that sort of company, the Witcher could use my help.
Where's the event gonna be held?
She's flirting hard.
Mandragora always assembles at the same place, a residence in Oatville. It's a very distinguished district. Geralt, you must don appropriate attire. Then meet me in Oatville in Mountebank Alley.
Appropriate attire. I want my bro to go. We just made a connection. And I was laughing, Bang, because I was thinking, if you use Igni on the board, you could say, this game's about to get lit. And then it all catches on fire, and it's amazing. Okay, let's see. We need the optional quest. Chicks love it when you get dressed up. They pretend to not care about your fashion, but they totally do. And you get extra points.
Long live our lady.
You get to blend in more.
I feel safer with you around, Witcher.
Aw, that was sweet of that lady to say.
Bad idea.
Whoa, what the nuts? I don't even know what the Tad. Here's Tad. Nevin. What's going on, Nevin? Why are you? Dude, I haven't checked out that tweet yet, but I saw a few of the pictures this morning. I'll have to check that out in detail. That would be nuts. Code, just run away, chick. You don't have to stand here.
Right. I'm a hunted man.
Contract on The Witcher. That's his picture, guys. This is the man. They left my hood out. My hair doesn't even look like that, but they can't get my nose right. That's amazing. You can go to Twitch to unlock mounts. Dude, what a way to drive viewership for HGC. That's a great idea. Helga has, huh? That's fascinating. I mean, maybe they're using...
Pardon me.
This 2-year-old game still has better facial expressions than Mass Effect Andromeda. Yeah. But let us not forget there were many factors that went into that game that kind of led to what happened. Rarely is it one single thing's fault. But hopefully everything's back on track with that new game coming out. And then of course there's
Just put your lips together.
aren't they working on another Dragon Age? I don't know. You're not a fan of Cheer because online... Yes, right, Steven Isu? Yeah.
A Witcher.
No, it's true. They do take a really big cut.
Ooh, nothing to see here. Move along.
Okay, so what am I looking to put on here? There's clothes. Royal lineages of the North. There's string, silk. I guess we talked to Pierre.
It's a crime. You're from the north, that's painfully clear.
Excuse me?
There is no excuse. There is but the need to outfit you anew. My salon stands open. Please come in.
I mean, his hair is fantastic, so I would trust this man. Let's get dressed up for the party.
Aside, let me see what you got in your wardrobe.
I'm more than willing, sir.
Ooh, let's see. A Beauclair doublet. But this one's got red on it. Oh, yes. Pants. Why would I want to dress like a Nilfgaardian?
Thanks. Think that's all I need for now.
Ever your servant, sir.
I know, that's the hope. Dragon Age 4. Sexy beast! I need to take off the gloves, though. And we've got all of my weapons on my back. That's cool, right? That's allowed in polite society.
Return to traditional values and morals. Where are your manners?
Where are your manners, sir?
Ooh.
Okay, let's see if the fast travel is actually worth it here. We may run into some bad guys, and that could be fun.
Oh, witches. Whatever.
Exactly. We don't know who's waiting on the streets anymore. There are hooded women walking everywhere.
Reginald Aubrey has returned, not to be missed. Buy your tickets now.
We would have missed the Reginald Aubrey guy.
A witcher?
Wait, God bless Texas, really? Open carry of swords? Was that ever banned in the first place? There is a country song, God bless Texas. I love you, Texas. I hope it never changes.
Why does that not surprise me?
I just had to get my chest stuffed. Unless this is a setup. Oh shoot, I don't have a mask.
Well, well. I did not expect you to have such a sense of style. Not all bad. Nothing like a budding artist, of course, but... just one other detail. Here, put it on.
Okay, cool. She got me a mask.
All who attend the Mandragora soiree wear them. If you have one on, no one asks who you are.
Even though they can see the pupils, which are cat slits, which means they know I'm a witcher, and I've got very obviously white hair. Right? Yeah, I agree. Yeah, Seb, I didn't know they had sword laws either. But now we know.
Any idea why they wear masks?
Likely because they imagine it oh so very romantic and mysterious.
Isn't it though?
The truth is far simpler.
Masquerades?
This way, no one can tell which drunken aristocrats are pinching the performers.
Oh. That's a good point. Everyone's trying to cop a feel.
Soiree started.
Mm-hmm. Wise of you to hide your weapons. They'd not have let us in otherwise, that's certain.
Yep, bang. Deja vu indeed. Although, why haven't I gotten to go to a masquerade with Yen?
How do we find the Cintrian? Have you a plan?
Key is not to spook him. Need to ask after his partner, Cecilia, first. Less likely to raise suspicions. Soon as we find her, we find him. Especially since he might be expecting us.
What do you mean?
Ran into some of his thugs in town. Knew who I was. Had it in for me.
Right. Right you are.
We should have dyed your hair, Geralt.
Come, it's our turn.
Not Yen's style, you're right. It isn't, is it?
Madame, Monsieur, an extraordinary pleasure to welcome you to the Mandragora's soiree. Tonight, I particularly recommend you direct your attention to the performances prepared by artists of our community.
Right, there was the Viking party. And that's more Yen's style. She loves bear attacks. And she loves the Skelligan parties. She'd never admit it. She would never openly admit it. But I think Yen wishes she could brawl.
Tell us about these performances.
This evening, the Mandragora has the honor to present 3 superb displays of artistry. The first was a concert by Cecilia Belont, a singer whose voice, were it stone, would surely be a diamond. Sadly, Mademoiselle Cecilia has sung.
Shame. We would have loved to hear her.
Luckily, you are in time to see the great Calesti, a master of visual illusions, come to us from far off Afir.
Visual illusions. Interesting. And the third artist?
The third and fourth, for they are a duo, are the Tuven brothers, presenting their newest pantomime.
Nice. Oh, you do both of them. I hear that one doesn't go too well. For some reason, I hear they get a little jealous, a little angry with Geralt.
We were really hoping to meet Cecilia Belant.
You are admirers, I surmise. I'm certain you will have ample opportunity to converse with her.
It cannot be easy to identify anyone in this crowd. Perhaps you could help us find her.
I don't know where she is now, but I can give you a clue.
Let's hear it.
Seek the Kaveri orchid.
Meaning?
Cecilia wears one in her hair. You shall recognize her easily by the orchid.
Well, well. Dandelion's always complaining about artists being poor as temple mice.
Oh,
The
wow.
residence belongs to none of them. They are guests here. Oriana, she owns this. Woman in the black dress. There, on the balcony.
Got her. Doesn't wear a mask?
It would be pointless. All would know her anyway.
Kaveri Orchid. Let's look for it. If we find Cecilia, we'll find the Cintrian.
I'll YouTube that tonight. It sounds amazing. Not your fault, Geralt the womanizer. It's true. It's true.
Go on, Geralt. Be bold. Show us the artist in you. The paintballs. Cast them at the canvas.
What? Okay, sure.
Good folk, yet another soul longing to express its creative side.
Well, you and modern art?
Not a landscape, you pleb. It's a manifestation of
Should you tire of these hues, drop them in the pail and add a different array.
Come, let's look in the alcoves.
Requires great precision.
The music, of course, is great. Yen prefers latex bodysuits. She had a Catwoman thing growing up. An orca woman.
As you've made no effort to understand. It's a metaphor of the constant struggle for power and influence.
Oh my god, this is like a theater party. Except a lot more money.
Besides, have you not heard the news?
Have I not heard? Leave us be.
Okay. Oh, I have to throw 15 paintballs to express my inner artist. Well, I gotta go back. I'm not done expressing my inner artist. And if I'm gonna get max points for this party...
Please do not disturb. One false move ruins the entire...
Yellow. Why ever yellow?
It's obvious. It represents transgression in its purest form.
That green, lush and verdant as a field of vines.
To vines and to wine!
Red. Perfect.
Gauze, scarlet, crimson, oxblood. Ice pinch, full sensual carving lips. Voila! Fine. Now, allow me a moment to ponder. My appraisal? The painting depicts spiritual dualism. The continual battle between good and evil. And defiance.
Oh yes, that's him all right. Good versus evil.
Don't you try to flirt with me.
The dualistic nature of man.
And defiance.
This pain its rather
Talk to Bon Vivant. Wait, who are we talking to now? We gotta go to the next one. Is this the next festivity?
Exception true. Would have ever loved to return. It's a shame.
Pretentious. I remind you that I was prepared for all blah blah blah. Avant-garde, schmeffant-garde.
Nobleman? Hey Z, welcome! Really nailed the pretentiousness. Yes, they did. Wait, do we talk to the drunk?
You ought to be in one of the
Wine
alcoves.
is my lover,
You
my
look
master,
to me and
my master.
She must be in one of the alcoves. What about the boats? I want to send a boat.
Where are you skittering?
Look, lanterns. They say releasing them brings good luck.
Yes! And at last I see the light. And it's
Never
like
suspected you
a
believed in such
fog
things.
has lifted. And it's warm and real and right. And the world has somehow shifted. All at once, everything is different. Now that I see you. Okay, we're done. We did it. Good job. High five.
Aren't they even? Because the right
I
cuff
want
seems
to
somewhat
launch
tired
a
to
boat.
me.
It's fine. That was fun. So we launched a light.
Look at the mage. I believe he's casting spells.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh, that's cool. He's on a carpet. Oh, there are the mimes.
It's an outrage.
Maybe we gotta check out the mimes. Light them all for an Easter egg. Oh, I can pull.
Ah, how beautiful.
The good mimes to play along with that. Improv to the
Good
finest.
artist. That is no ordinary illusion. The man is a true artist.
Impressive.
I mean, do we have to eat? Ooh, what fell into the pond?
Venture beyond the bounds of
Everyone's lips.
Oh, nope, they don't want me in here.
This is a private alcove.
This is a private.
Shashika never should have performed tonight. You should have.
It seems someone decided otherwise.
Ooh. Someone decided. I'm taking, ooh, glamour, huh? Oh, he's shooting lights. Oh, they're dolphins!
Shashika.
Aw, man. Aw. Hey, Nexie, welcome. Thanks for the host. Gonna give you my movie star smile. I wish I could flying carpet ride that.
Pretentious. I was prepared for all sorts of criticism.
Been doing well.
So much time I spent.
The Besotted
polishing
Witcher.
that one-man play.
Oh, we found her. Ooh. Hey, Squinty. It does, right?
Do not disturb. Shoo, shoo.
We got a French girl.
It's the right flower.
Of course it is. A Koviri orchid lends just the right contrast to her complexion.
Need to talk to your model. It'll only take a minute.
To me?
Lie still. You may speak. but for
Titanic
love's
confirmed.
sake,
Titanic
do not
crossover.
move.
Wow. Impressive portrait.
I
I
love.
know the
I mean, look at
style,
the
stroke.
shape of the
This is
breast on the
Dorian
wrist. Really brings out that
The
curve.
gracious lady has heard of me.
I've heard Anna Henrietta herself wished you to paint her portrait once.
At one point, the palace chamberlain even wrote to me, but, alas, ultimately refused my terms.
What was the matter?
When he learnt I only ever paint nudes, he severed all contact. He said he would not dare offend her illustrious highness with such a proposition.
But that's what she gets
I've
off
always
to.
longed to paint her. Such a shame.
I think you may still get your chance.
Oh, snap! Oh, snap! I think the Queenie likes to be on display. Oh, SCP, that's adorable. Can you imagine? Now, who would be playing Rose's part, Geralt or Roach? I would imagine Geralt, just because he's much smaller than Roach, but we could make it work. I mean, right? You gotta have that music.
We came here to meet you, specifically.
To meet me? But why?
Centrian Noble you came here with. Wanted to ask you about him.
Centrian Noble. Ah, you must think I'm Cecilia.
Orchid confused me.
I told you not to move!
As she concluded her performance, Cecilia tossed the flower into the crowd. I caught it, but I did see the noble.
Right, one critique, she needs sexier
Really
underwear.
like to talk to
Those
him.
granny
What did he
panties
look
aren't
like?
doing it.
Like many here. Tall, dark.
Squinty's gotcha.
Know where he might be now?
He gave Cecilia a small gift, a heart-shaped box. Then they strolled off together towards the refreshment tables.
Excuse me, madame, monsieur, I cannot work like this. You must leave now.
Exception true. Would I ever love to meet him? What a shame.
Right? That Photoshop needs to exist. Why does your music sound slightly ominous, band?
Greetings.
We must throw off the manacles of form. Venture beyond the bounds of cognition.
He does have a little bit of sass. But maybe that's there to prove he's not a perv, right? He just really, really enjoys drawing the human body.
My employer swears it. Besides,
Nah. Heart-shaped box.
We wish to be alone. Please.
We
leave.
wish to be alone. Please leave. But I took part in this.
Do you seek someone?
Do take care, Witcher.
I beg your pardon.
we should walk past the tables. Perhaps they're still there.
Oh.
Empty heart-shaped box. Cecilia must have left it behind.
It looks like it held a flask of perfume. A gift from the Cintrian, I imagine.
Scent still hangs in the air. Let's follow it.
Still drunk. Oh, we gotta loot too.
Someone left their loot behind. Looks a little like dandelions.
This was scratched. Someone beat him with it once.
Interesting. You're right, Sibinisu. Maybe we could.
Hit of Vistek. Artist's way of numbing their existential pain.
I do not even wish to comment.
Well, you should. You should, Anna. I need to know what your comment is. Because it's gonna crack me up. Love letter.
Love letter penned on a napkin. Look,
Well, we have to read this love letter penned on a napkin. Right, exactly, John. Nude artists, they're great, but, as a nude artist, you may have to paint bodies that aren't primo representations. It's the give and take, man. It's the give and take. If you love the human body, You gotta love all types. If you ever find the sleeping vampire in the Novigrad sewers? I don't know. I honestly don't remember. I found the vampire where you had to walk drunk through the Novigrad, maybe not Novigrad, but you had to walk drunk through the streets because the vampire liked the blood of the drunkards. That's as close as I can recall. Y'all ready?
Laura, oh my dearest love, a lone ray of sunshine on the firmament of my life, I shall speak from my heart. For weeks I have been shooting stolen glances in your direction, hiding the hope I dare nurture deep within my bosom that perhaps you feel for me, even one iota of the affection I feel for you. I have waited long, gathering the courage to confess my feelings for you. I would certainly be waiting still had not you appeared at tonight's soiree in the company of that womanizing, carousing, drivel-scribing pretentious pig named Alphonse de Rosite. When I saw that emaciated turd fawning over you, I immediately knew I had to act. I turned to the best weapon in my arsenal, the quill and the well-turned phrase, and began writing you this letter. Forgive me, it is written on a napkin, for I had nothing more appropriate at hand at the time. Oh, most marvelous of all women, do not believe a word he whispers in your ear. He is as slippery as a viper, and twice as venomous. Reject his advances and let me walk hand in hand with you, feed you grapes, and with you radiate happiness to the heavens themselves. Yours forever, Fabian.
Oh, my amour, my sunbeam flittering across the firmament of my life.
That's a good question, Nexie. And John, you'd have to clarify. Paint nudes or paint in the nude? That's very important distinction.
The great one, but he's a dancer. That's to say...
Right, we found the perfume.
But what if he doesn't come?
He'll definitely come.
The door! There's a guard at the door. What's he guarding from?
Sorry, only artists in the Mandragora allowed.
Come, we must consider what to do.
Axie, man. Just let me mind control him.
Recognize that voice anywhere.
You must be mistaking me for someone else.
I served 15 years in the palace. Your Grace, I'd not mistake you for anyone.
Shh. Not so loud. We are here incognito, on state business.
She talked quietly.
Yes, Your Grace. How may
I'm
I
impressed. Or become a nudist painter? Yes, yes. There are nude models of every age, every shape, every size. It's actually pretty cool to go to a session where you draw a nude because it's interesting in that beautiful bodies are fun to draw just because they represent the most beautiful representation of what humans can achieve as far as form. But the more interesting ones are just the real people, the ones that haven't strived for the perfect form, the perfect musculature, or anything like that. They're just people. And it's really interesting because quite a few of the models with muscles are very boring when it comes to poses, yet the more regularly shaped, the more human-shaped individuals have really, really cool setups that they do, and they're just amazing to draw because of the shapes and the angles they create with their body when they're doing it. You know what I love best about drawing people? All the fine detail. You know what I'm saying, Geralt.
I hope we can count on your discretion.
Of course. I shall be silent as the grave.
Looking for Cecilia Bellant. Seen her?
She's in her dressing room, where she went with a nobleman. They clearly were drawn to each other.
What did the man look like?
Turns out we got
Tall,
some fine detail lovers in
broad-shouldered,
this game.
A black beard peeping out from under his mask, and he spoke with a foreign accent, a drawl of
Y'all, they call him the Centurion, but really he's a text.
Yes, Your Grace.
He's just
I'll
some
take
yokel.
No, stay here. Anyone tries to flee, you stop them.
Understood.
Okay, quickly, upstairs.
Okay, we're going in. I don't want that guy to die, though. I wonder if you're punished if you choose the wrong door. Oh, that's a pretty dress. All these dresses are gorgeous.
That must be Cecilia.
No pulse. We're too late.
He slit her throat. The brute.
Didn't go out the door. Guard would have noticed. Might still be somewhere here.
You must find him before he harms another. I shall alert Oriana. At once. She should bring her soirée to a close.
Shouldn't split up.
Geralt, I will be fine. Go after that rogue. I shall fetch help.
Well, this just got serious.
Killed her, then went out on the balcony.
I could loot it, but I feel that would be disrespectful to the woman, so I won't. Ooh.
Bloody handprint. It's his. Tore down the door. Made a platform. Clever. Must be pretty strong, too. Broke the flower pot when moving the door, then stepped in the soil. Must have climbed this ladder. Footprints, made by soiled boots.
Well, we must climb the ladder, too. If we can get to the ladder. I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever... Kane the vampire? Is he from that one game?
Could still be here. Need to stay alert. Smashed mirror. Someone crashed into it hard, then sank to the floor. Bloodstains. Jewelry box. Lock's busted. Picked open, probably. Jewelry box. Lock's busted.
Oh, Legacy of Kane.
Probably.
Okay.
Links of a snap chain. Jewel must have been on it. Links of a snap chain. Jewel must have been on it. Precious stone. Bloody fingerprint on it. Thief came for this. Must have. Tiny chain links next to it. From a snapped necklace? Seems there was a struggle.
I love the detective music.
Empty inkwell. Knocked over, turned toward the room.
Ooh, look at this!
Sconce is bent. Smeared with blood. Someone try to grab it?
Right?
Looks valuable, but it's not what he came for.
But I guess he doesn't need to when he's talking to himself? Ooh!
Hunting knife. Richly ornamented. Used during the fight, probably.
Oh, and what's this?
Canvas is cut.
Beast confirmed from
Somebody
Beauty
took
and
a
the
knife
Beast.
to the painting looks like. Canvas is cut. Somebody took a knife to the painting looks like.
Alright, let's look at the window.
Blood on the window frame. Someone climb out? Fall out?
Fallout
Jewel
crossover
was in the
confirmed?
box, it seems. Centurion tried to steal it, but someone got in his way. They fought, struggled, that's clear. Ended with one of them flying out the window. Fall had to have killed them. Jewel's still here, though, so our Centurion must have been the flyer.
Well, hello.
So, this is the tracker. A witcher, yes?
Indeed, this is him. We found the body together. Then he set off in pursuit of the killer.
And ended up here, but I've only found evidence of a fight. Seems the Centurion's killed his last. Finally failed this time. Shame it happened too late for Cecilia.
Poor girl. Always told her she chose her males badly. But I would never have suspected she could arrive with a murderer. I'll alert the staff. Have them see to her body at once. Meanwhile, we should sit. I will tell you everything, in full detail.
It's a boss necklace.
I caught him red-handed, attempting to burgle, rifling through my possessions.
What did you do? Summon the guards?
There was no time. I feared he'd escape, refused to give him the chance. He stood with his back to me, so I attacked. He struck his head on a picture frame as we struggled. He was bleeding, dazed, and then he drew a knife. Everything happened very quickly then. I knocked the weapon out of his hand and pushed him hard. He
fell out of the window.
Just so.
None too wise picking a fight with an armed robber.
Why? Because I'm a woman, in a frock rather than plate. I can
No.
take care of myself.
It's because a robber and he could have a
hairpin might
fucking
look like
weapon.
mere ornament,
What does this have to
but
do about
plunged
your
into an
boobs?
eye, it can be as effective as a blade.
Calm
Claiming man
down,
was
lady.
trying to rob you when you walked into the room?
Yes, he stood over my dressing table, pouring through my jewelry.
Mm-hmm. After this is my guess. Picked it up while searching.
Why, that's the heart of Toussaint. Oriana, how did you ever come to have it?
I bought it, many years ago, from a young woman.
Oh dear.
Jewel seems important. Why?
The heart is an heirloom. It belonged to my family for years. Then it disappeared. I didn't think we would ever recover it.
Seems someone is very determined to find it. The thief left his tool bag behind. Found this drawing inside it. Look.
Huh.
The heart of Toussaint. Representation's pretty faithful. Centurion must have been on a job. Got very clear instructions what to look for.
So it is not him we seek, but his employer. Is this the only evidence we found?
Also happened on the weapon he attacked Oriana with. Hunting knife. Used to skin game. Got an emblem on its hilt.
This crest is used by the Lords of Duntine. The present master of the castle is a passionate hunter. Our next lead, perhaps.
Duntine. Remember the place. Abandoned ruin just a few years ago.
More recently, the family's last heir, Roderick, returned to his ancestral seat and restored the castle.
Know any more about this Roderick?
His grandfather was an advisor to Queen Ademarta. The
Amidala?
family received those lands as a grant for his service. Roderick is quite the recluse. He avoids society, preferring the company of a small team of knights, though the latter term is imprecise, as they seem more akin to vandals with crests on their shields.
Oriana, everything we discussed here, hope you'll keep it to yourself. Counting on it, in fact. Word gets out he, failed in his attempt to steal the jewel. His employer could run. We need to proceed cautiously.
Discretion is in the interest of us all. I'll not ask what this is about, just as I expect not to be troubled about it again. By anyone.
Forgive me, Madam Oriana, but might I have a word?
You must excuse me a moment.
I'm not buying it.
Oriana, any thoughts?
Few make me feel awkward, but in her presence, I sense anxiety, discomfort.
The drawing. It's on the same type of paper the victims' names were written on. Drawn with the same ink, too. Seems the work of our blackmailers.
Who were not only behind the beast's murders, but also stole the Son Real and sought to steal the heart of Toussaint.
Look, the wine, the jewel, both tied to you intrinsically. Coincidence? Not something I'm willing to believe. Worried about one thing. That somewhere at the end of this scheme, plan might call for an attempt on your life.
It could be something else altogether. My sister, Siana, might be among the schemers.
Siana!
She left court when we were children. My parents banished her from the duchy. I've not seen her since.
Then how do you know she's turned evil? Just because you're banished from court doesn't mean you turn evil. That's such an antiquated way of looking at things. Come on, we're in the 1200s now.
Siana was cursed.
I do indeed, Nord.
Parents run afoul of some mage?
Never
No.
got it removed.
She was born at an inopportune moment. They said she was touched by the curse of the Black Sun. Geralt, is it true?
An eclipse?
Can an individual be evil because they were born during the wrong lunar phase?
Could be the case. Could also be because they were treated like lepers from birth. Isolated, prodded, ostracized. Couldn't have had it easy, Siana.
She was angry at the whole world. She felt inferior, felt pain, though she masked this with confidence, arrogance even. She could also be cruel at times. I recall one such situation. She persuaded Cedric the Coolbird that she could see the future in her dreams. We were children, and Cedric's brother was smitten with me. It was an innocent childhood crush. Siana knew of it. She told Cedric of a dream she had had, that he would die at the hands of his own brother.
So he killed his brother?
Cedric stole his father's sword and killed his brother. She destroyed 2 lives with a prank. Cedric mourns to this day. In the end, they forced her to leave the palace. A decade passed. More. I've missed her terribly since.
Think your sister might be involved? Why?
You see, I recall her always being rather possessive, throwing jealous fits if I had something she didn't.
Here, that's normal for sisters. Rivalry.
True. I suppose I gave as good as I got. There are times I miss that very much.
Beating up my sister.
The wine, its theft was the first clue. That's very much like her. She always did enjoy stealing my toys, but I grew almost certain when I saw the heart of Toussaint. Siana received it from father as a gift. At a time when my parents thought of her as but an ill-behaved little girl, someone wanted some of my wine. The same someone ordered our family jewels stolen, or recovered. It's my sister. It must be.
A fallen princess satisfying whims, going after lost luxuries? Could be right.
Your mission has gained new import. You must go to Duntine, and if Siana is there, you must find her. No matter what she did, she is not to be harmed in any way, shape, or form. You must make sure of that.
We'll hit fingers crossed, maybe.
I'll find her if she's there.
I hope you do. I very much wish to talk to her. Sister to sister.
Oh, shoot!
Your Grace, Geralt, I'd like to introduce...
Regis! What a surprise!
Hey, Regis!
I had no idea you were in Beauclair. And this is...
My very dear friend,
Detlef!
Detlef van der Eretain, an arrival from Nazaire.
We are lending our combined resources to the Witch's Hunt.
Ah, yes. Splendid. But why are you here at Oriana's?
They came to pay me a surprise visit, so I invited Regis in for a glass of wine. We've known each other for... ages. Literally.
Redhead knows.
Witcher, I hear you know Regis too. Even that you are friends.
Few I can rely on like I can on Regis. Kinda hoping he thinks the same of me.
Curious. It seems opposites really do attract.
Don't be fooled, dear. Geralt has many merits. He merely hides them from the world very diligently.
You said you're both aiding him with his contract. It involves the Beast of Beauclair, I suspect. Master Witcher, maybe you could satisfy my curiosity. What's it like going toe-to-toe with a monster, knowing you've only two options, to kill or...
Oh, she's baiting this
Despite
so
what you
hard.
Might have heard, I don't lunge at every monster I see, sword in hand. Talking gets the job done for some.
I wonder what a monster might have to say to you.
What a bitch.
It might want to apologize.
My word. For what might a monster wish to apologize to a witcher?
For killing. Though at times there is no choice, when loved ones are at risk and require protection.
I got you, man.
Same as humans. Put them in that situation, they'll kill too.
You understand this. It must be why you and Regis are friends. If I understand you correctly, you would rather help a monster than kill it.
If possible, yeah. Or at least try.
Enough about the witcher trade for now. Regis mentioned you come from Nazaire. I spent time there as a child.
Fond memories?
It was wonderful. I was positively entranced by the land's fashions. Deep-cut dresses I found most fascinating.
I believe we're running short on wine. I should go to the cellar, bring another bottle.
Let me go. Wanna help, Regis? Know your wine a lot better than I know mine.
We shall return forthwith.
Oh my god.
An exceptional conversation, don't you think? Vampires, a witcher,
And the Duchess of Toussaint? My.
Highly exceptional, Regis. Wanted to talk to you in private. You crazy bringing Detlef here?
Geralt, allow me to explain.
No, let me explain. He's dangerous, and you were gonna watch him.
But that is precisely what I'm doing. Detlef believes you'll succeed in your task, and he'll not need to kill anymore.
That is, not until he gets his hands on the men who kidnapped his Renner.
Guessing it's no accident you two stopped by.
It would be quite some coincidence indeed. No, a dutiful little bird told us.
I'm gonna have to watch out for these crows.
Oriana. She really your friend? Can she be trusted?
Right?
I met her years ago, before I met you, and before she settled in Beauclair. We'd not seen one another in... I can't begin to tell you in how long.
But I shall tell you all about her some other day.
Now listen close. Managed to learn where the blackmailers are. They're based at Duntine Castle.
That's splendid news. If they are there, Renner must be there as well.
Duchess expects we'll find her long-lost sister there, too. Thing is, she might be involved. Could be behind the blackmailing.
Do you mean to say your task now is to extract 2 women from the castle?
Mean to say we can't breathe a word of this to Detlef, who wants revenge above all else.
Geralt, you must trust me. I've got away with...
No, Regis. Can't risk it. Gotta keep Detlef here while I go to Duntine.
Alone?
Alone. That way I can make sure neither woman will come to any harm.
I hope you know what you're doing. Fine. I shall see to Detlef. Good luck, my friend.
Ooh, this is tense.
Splendidly, Detlef. Ah, I'm grateful you brought back those memories. You're back. It took you long enough.
Contrary to what common folk believe, choosing a wine is not nearly as easy as it might seem. Especially a wine to be served to two exquisite ladies.
Regis, gallant as ever. I regret all the more that I shan't finish the second bottle with you. Duty calls.
Your Grace, always a pleasure.
I thank you for your help. It's been invaluable. Geralt, will you see me out?
Vampires!
You have exceptional friends. This Detlef, an intriguing man to say the least.
Don't dig for this. Don't dig.
Don't know him too well. He say much about himself?
Not much, but I've a good sense of the true nature of those I meet. I'd not survive a week at court otherwise.
So what's his?
Sensitive, sad. He carries within him the weight of a terrible tragedy. He is a good man, but lost, which is why he comes across as grim.
It's pretty true.
Didn't expect the evening to end like this.
Neither did I. But I have not drawn you out for a romantic stroll. I wish to make certain you know what you are to do.
Mm-hmm.
Done tin, baby.
Done.
I've decided
Time.
my guardsmen will support you. You will meet them at Count de la Croix' mill. It stands along the Saône Retour River, near the Cockatrice Inn. Captain de la Tour and his men will await you there at midnight. You shall storm the castle together.
Why can't we just sneak? I don't want to storm. I'm not the god of thunder. Interesting. Oh, snap. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. And we will head out on this adventure, which is what? Only 1/4 of the way through? The enormous DLC? Alright, one moment. Wait, how is that awkward, Nexie? Because of your nude painting? Okay, let's get changed before I forget to do that. And we're good. No. Oh, congratulations, Nexie. That's awesome. If it helps. I don't know if you live in a place nearby that has a Goodwill or a thrift store. So if you're gonna be changing a lot like that, just go to the thrift store for now until you hit something you're more comfortable with. And most of the stuff now I get from thrift stores because you can find some really good stuff that fits really well if you have the time to spend looking around and everything, but for so much cheaper. We can just head to Corvo Bianco. Well, let's go there. Let's put up some of my swords and then we'll ride. And it's especially nice, too, if you're going to be changing out your wardrobe, because then you won't be blowing a stupid amount of money on clothes that you're just going to be changing out later. Oh, and I've got 9 points. Shh. Let's just put up some swords. It works. Works for me. Okay, we got weapon rack. Oh, that's right. We got this cool. Put that sword there. And slowly but surely, we'll have swords all over the place. So that when we have the ending where we have to pull swords from the wall because they keep breaking, we got it. Oh, Roach, no. Not on that side of the river, buddy. These vamps, don't these people realize? You have to imagine the vampires have come up with a certain way to kind of disappear for a generation and then come back when no one knows them. I mean, that's the only thing I can think of. Is that they stick around for one generation and only for... Oh! I mean, this is it. Breaking... Right? I've heard that Zelda, you break the swords. Why? Oh, shit.
Giddy up.
Point of no return. So that means we've got, what, 10 more hours?
I'm early. No guardsmen yet.
After midnight.
So eager, are you? The mill, then. We shall discuss the assault inside.
Oh, that's cool. So this isn't final stage. This is just that tourney. Okay, cool. It is past the point of no return. The final threshold, the bridge is crossed. So stand and watch it burn. We've passed the point of no return.
See, you already prepared a plan. Walk me through it.
We have two objectives. To find Her Illustrious Highness's sister and capture the man who blackmailed the vampire.
Two objectives.
Duntine is a modest complex. Several old buildings, a high wall around them. At the center of the enclosure stands an imposing keep, restored not long past by the elderly knight of the castle, Roderick. We mean to strike here, through the main gate, then secure the area in front of the keep by storm.
How many men defend Duntine, you know?
Roderick maintains a team of knights for defense. They are no army, but they could number several dozen. Also, Roderick recently took in a band of foreign mercenaries. About them we know very little.
Cintrian's men, gotta be. Ran into a few in town. They tried to kill me. Need to hit them from both sides. You draw the defenders, keep them busy. I'll sneak in the back way, find the women, make sure they come to no harm. I'll vault over the wall as soon as you start your assault.
Your plan puts you at great risk, but I sense you will handle it well. Let us go.
We're going. Final countdown. That could also be. We get the techno lasers going. Oh, the Gaston song. I wish I could go that low, but it would be more. When I was a lad, I ate 4 dozen eggs every morning to help me get large. But now that I'm grown, I eat 5 dozen eggs, so I'm roughly the size of a barge. Now, And then the chorus goes. Gaston has the best songs. Ooh, there's a crow. It's a crow, it's a crow, it's a crow. It saw us.
So it begins.
Quick!
So it begins.
Grab Roderick's horses and we bolt. We won't walk far if the boys out front don't hold.
Not so fast. Little change of plans.
I'm gonna kick your butt.
Damn it.
You missed. And now you're gonna pay with your head. Ooh, it's pretty rough. There is a horse around here who is not happy with what's going on. Gotta get a little drunk for this.
Roderick sent them to get the horses. He's looking to flee. Can't let him.
I see no ducals along the road.
They must not be guarding it.
Roderick was right. We can't flee. We'll manage.
Okay, we gotta feed Roderick and his men.
The back wall. Come on.
Oh, he's got a shield. He's gonna be a waste of time.
I shall show you, rogue.
I am no rogue, sir. I am a witcher. Ugh. Okay, let's be friends. Geralt needs not your puny weapons. Never punch a witcher.
Mercy! Mercy! I did no wrong.
Nah, kept the wrong damn company. Centrion's men, where are they?
I knew. Shouldn't have let them under my roof.
Where are they now?
In the keep, ready in their escape.
There's someone with them? Woman named Sienna?
Of course. She convinced me to let them in.
And a whole pile of trouble along with them. Where is she?
Packing. We were to leave together. An old fool. I'd have done anything for her.
Where is she? In the keep too?
Yes. Her chamber is in the tower, the top floor.
Where's the hostage, the woman?
What? What do you mean? I know nothing about a hostage. Must be the handiwork of my guests. What will become of me?
Here, press it against the wound. Should staunch the bleeding.
I thank you.
You owe me your life now, buddy.
What is happening? This one. Kill the shit lice now.
Oh, this one's named. I love that they've got names. This one's Ox.
Giving you one last chance. Yield.
The damned harlot got us into this. Kill him! Attack!
I said yield, guys. Now we get to have some real fun.
They shall pay for everything.
Oh my god, this is amazing.
Wasn't expecting to see you two here.
We thought you could use our help, so...
Witcher, this is no time to explain. Where is Renna?
Expect to answer a lot of questions inside.
Let us go then.
That was amazing.
Renna! Are you hurt? If any of them.
You know me. I'd never let them hurt me. I just waited for you to come.
I didn't know where to look. They threatened to kill you. Forgive me. I failed you.
Now we need only find Anna Henrietta's sister. Where should we look? Do you know?
Mm-hmm. Ran into Roderick, Duntine's lord. Told me where I'd find Sienna.
Then speak and let's grab her. Time is short.
Said she was in a room in the tower. Very one we're in right now. Which, incidentally, looks nothing like a prison cell. And just so happens there's a carafe full of wine here. Bet it's stolen San Real.
What's your point?
Giving you one chance to tell us everything yourself.
I've nothing to tell.
Witcher, what is this?
Sorry, Dettlaff. You've been had.
My friend, please. You must listen to what Geralt has to say.
Oh shit! What?
Renna's not her real name. This is Sienna, and Sienna is sister to Anna Henrietta, the Duchess of Toussaint.
What? What nonsense is this?
Sienna was banished as a child, but it seems she trekked back here recently. Moved into Duntine and ran a Vandergild out of here. Sent a man called the Centrian to Beauclair to steal some wine for her. Wine reserved for the ducal family. Centrian led us to her. Caught him later stealing a jewel Sienna had gotten from her father as a child. Sorry, Dettlaff. She used you. Part of her plan.
Oh shit. Oh, jeez. Don't.
You will come to Teshamudna and explain all.
If you do not, I will raze Beauclair to the ground. This I promise you. You've 3 days. I shall be waiting.
He just fly off?
He did not wish to act rashly. He's gone to soothe his nerves.
Think he'll do it? Make good on his threat?
I cannot say. He can be unpredictable when fury consumes him.
I shall go to him.
Come again? After what he just...
You don't know Dettlaff like I do. If I don't do as he says, he truly will destroy the
What's
city.
in your fist,
He's
chickie?
more than capable of it.
Seems you've got some last scraps of honor left.
It's the least I can do.
Well, it truly does seem the best option.
What's in your hand?
Your Grace, we must proceed with caution. Guardsmen saw vampires here. They could still be about.
Vampires or no vampires, my sister is here. Find her.
Your Grace, that...
Sienna, it's true. It's you. Sister, dear, what have you gotten yourself into?
So concerned, I'm surprised. Is there an ounce of truth to it?
You... you feel resentment.
We gotta collect her
understand.
card!
But I promise we shall work through all the unfortunate matters of the past. We will discuss them later. Captain, escort Sienna to the palace. I shall meet with her as soon as we return.
As you wish, Your Grace.
And you, Witcher. You have my thanks. I cannot believe my sister was so near the whole time.
This ain't over! This ain't
Roderick
over!
of Duntine shall answer for treason and blackmail.
Roderick got duped and used, just like the vampire.
Apropos,
Amen to
were
that,
you able
Z.
to establish who kidnapped his beloved?
We've discovered Sienna blackmailed the vampire. Ordered him to kill those men.
What? What nonsense is this?
She is his missing lover. Staged her own abduction to force him to do her bidding.
He was a tool. Whole scheme was Sienna's. She was behind it.
You're mistaken. You must be. This cannot be true.
Your Grace, I know this vampire and...
What? You know him? Who is he?
Oh, jeez.
Dettlaff.
The same who so recently sat at my table and told me of Nazaire. Is there anything else you've neglected to mention? A dragon living beneath Mount Gorgon, perhaps? Is anyone else here a vampire? Where is he now?
Waiting for Sienna. If she doesn't show up to meet him by an appointed time, he'll destroy Beauclair.
He dares threaten us?
Yeah.
Your Grace, we have 3 days to bring him Sienna and...
Not a word. You have 3 days to bring me his head. No more secrets. No more helping vampires. I want what I'm paying for. The head of the beast.
Chick, I will topple your kingdom before I do that. Hey, Draven, the strange rule about sex and pixels, right? It's the micro cuts that,
Doubt it. Rarely forgets, rarely retracts what she says, especially not threats.
Yes, well, even I must admit Dettlaff's actions were highly inappropriate. Reprehensible, even.
But you guys did one of the sickest moments in the game. Please don't regret anything.
Are you upset?
Why would I be?
Let's see. You're returning from your hunt empty-handed. No trophy. No new lead to boast of, then pursue.
Oh, I guess that kind of does explain the really limited emotions in the way he talks.
Upset's just not a sensation I feel. Ever. Mutations, remember?
Yes, of course. The excuse you resort to whenever you'd rather not talk about something.
He's like my brother.
So let's change the subject.
Oh no!
How do your employers customarily react when you fail to meet their expectations?
It depends. Peasants cuss me out. Merchants demand I refund their deposit, whereas nobles mostly just release their hounds.
And rulers?
Usually threaten me with the gallows.
A most illustrious grace awaits the gentleman.
I'm not giving her.
Grace, the population demands she be punished. Siana's committed terrible crimes. Spilt so much blood. They...
Another word, Palmerin, and I shall spill even more blood. Yours.
She's not thinking with reason at this point.
Siana is responsible for the death of many, true. But she is also my sister.
You gotta be fair. You can't do this,
blood
Queenie.
And by a shared childhood. I shall not allow her to be lynched.
Your Grace, I fear the masses might rise. Storm the prison, pitchforks and torches in hand.
Let them storm. They will not find her there. Siana is hidden away in a safe place.
Ooh.
She shall await trial there until we have rid ourselves of this accursed vampire.
As soon as rulers can't hold this...
Which, to judge by your means, has not
the
yet
same
come to
standards
pass.
they hold everyone else.
My patience
Gets
is
dangerous.
at an end, Geralt. Where is he? Where is Detlef?
I'm not telling you a thing.
Don't know. I lost his trail.
Is this all you have to say?
I respect your grace. All I can say is the truth.
At times, I hunt foxes. Do you know how it works?
She's gone bonkers.
The ducal huntsman releases the hounds. They catch the fox's scent, chase the animal down, and lead the Bachu to it. All within an hour. You, Witcher, have had a week. The aid of my most excellent knights. Yet, you have tracked absolutely nothing
You
down.
don't want to do this.
I've begun to suspect my beagles might have done a better job.
Probably because they're hounds with very incredible senses of smell. Their ears are designed to help whiff smell and keep it around their nose so they can track better. You see long beagle ears on my head? No.
Then perhaps your grace should have sent a beagle instead of a witcher after the vampire.
You tread on thin ice, Witcher. Very thin. Wisdom demands
I like
you
how
choose
surprised
your
that
words
woman
more
went.
cautiously. But to the matter at
My
hand,
virgin ears.
have you managed to establish anything?
Your Grace, it seems Siana tricked Detlef, used him to murder the knights who escorted her into exile. We have reason to
The
believe...
title of the vineyard, right?
Your Grace! Vampires!
What? Speak now!
Vampires! They protect the city! Captain de la Tour defends the square near the boat landing, but so many lives lost.
You did this, Queen.
Damn it.
What are you gonna do now? Talk all high and mighty once your entire populace is dead? Good job.
If it's war this Detlef wants, it's war he shall have. Geralt, get to work. This time I'll hear no excuses. Palmerin, you...
Yes! Hey, Ray! Oh, thanks for the subscription! And welcome! And you know what? Before, I need to clear up... Oh no, I don't have any fixins for my weapons! Oh, but it's just the steel! We're good, we're good! probably put on here. Just keeps getting stupid good. Yeah, scream some more, girl. Yeah, I guess they do always fight naked. Maybe clothes kind of slow them down.
Siana failed to appear as summoned. And there. Detlef is not making idle threats.
Seems not. Need to make some serious plans of our own now. It's gone too far, damn it. Regis, you mentioned there was a way to draw Detlef out. A way you've avoided resorting to so far because you thought it was too dangerous.
Is that how I'd put it? Do forgive me, and I've misled you terribly. The word dangerous is simply a scandalous understatement in this case.
Regis, another inner monologue growing out of a personal dilemma. Just tell me how to flush Detlef out, force him to meet, please.
In due course. But first, Geralt, I'd like you to consider the alternative. After all, you could fulfill Detlef's demand and liberate his beloved Siana.
I could, and I totally am.
Think Detlef still believes Siana's innocent?
I believe he suspects something. He must. And he seeks to understand what happened.
And for that he's declared war on the entire duchy?
What can I say? Moderation was never his strong suit.
Really want to free Siana? Hand her over to Detlef? Refuse to accept you consider that wise.
It's hard to believe, I know. But Detlef is not actually evil, merely impulsive. He needs but meet with her, speak with her, and he will spare the city.
So say I agree to this, 'cause I might. Still no chance Anna Henrietta will.
I do not recall ever suggesting we ask her permission.
Are you suggesting we sneak behind the crazy queen's back? Because I like this idea.
Got serious reservations about this plan. Not least among them, we have no idea where Siana's being held. You heard the Duchess. She's not at the prison.
Hardly a reservation. More of an excuse. I'm certain you'll find her. You must merely decide you wish to.
Could ask Damien. Duchess treats him like a lapdog. Keeps him close most times. He might know something more.
There, you see? I knew you'd think of something. Bravo.
The meeting. What if it's nothing like you say? What if it goes sour, ends in a fight? Willing to guarantee Siana won't get hurt?
It seems unlikely in the extreme that...
Didn't ask for a lecture on probability. Need a simple answer. Yes or no.
I vow that not a hair on her head shall come to any harm.
I trust I've dispelled your doubts then.
Yes.
Not so fast. We're not done talking. How would I go about luring Detlef out of hiding if I wanted to? With the blood of a virgin?
You see, somewhere nearby lives an unusual denizen, one of the unseen, ancient and powerful vampires, among the oldest and strongest.
The unseen.
And?
Toussaint is this unseen elder's territory. All vampires owe him fealty while they are here. He need but say the word, designate a time and place, and Detlef will be forced to appear.
So this unseen elder, how do we convince him to summon Detlef?
We must find him first. The elder does not see arrivals unless he absolutely must. But locals, Oriana, for instance, you know, she too is a...
Yeah, figured it out. All right, let's say she gets me in to see the unseen elder. What then?
I don't know. You'll have to improvise, I suppose.
what I do.
So I'm basically stuck. Either gotta give in to a blackmailer, or fight him.
You know what I would opt for? Should we free Sienna and arrange for her to meet with Dettlaff, there's a good chance we'll all survive this ordeal. Dettlaff included.
Well, put it behind us.
Don't mean to put you on the spot, but I gotta know. Say I do decide to fight Dettlaff. Who'll you stand with?
Should you decide your sword is the sole solution, I shall not stand in your way.
Appreciate it.
Certainly hope so. Now, please tell me, what is it you intend to do?
I've got... Let's do it.
Crazy as the plan seems, I'll do it. I'll ask Damien about Sienna.
You won't make me beg. I knew you wouldn't.
Slow down. Not promising a thing. Just want to get a feel for the situation to start with. Coming with?
Of course. Many hands make light work. Hurry. Damien could be in danger.
Or dead.
You think so? He seemed battle-hardened. More than a few scraps under his belt.
Against humans, not monsters.
We must put him down.
Oh, he's the dude with like the brains on his head. I love these guys.
Never thought lesser vampires would heed a higher vampire's calling commands.
As a rule, they don't.
So how'd Dettlaff sick them on the city?
I told you, he's exceptional. He manages to bend them to his will, control them with his thoughts.
Hey, Stapler.
They'll continue attacking until he orders them to back down or until he dies.
Dude, but the vampire, he got used. I think the vampire deserves his revenge. Because if I were in his place, I would absolutely do this to a city. And the queen's gone nuts. 7 reloads on Death March? Oh, man, I'm sure. Oh, because I guess 2 are fighting all the vampire types.
Need to look around. Armor proved useless. Claws sliced through steel like through butter.
We must hurry. Each moment's delay means another death.
Armor proved useless. Claws sliced through steel like through butter.
We must hurry.
That's interesting. You guys went with the other. That's so cool.
It's Damien's blood. He was wounded.
Let's go.
In your playthrough, it is certainly a shit excuse. But in this one, it's not a shit excuse.
Barricade put up in the street.
Pointless. That's no obstacle to a vampire.
They didn't know. I didn't get a chance to prepare them.
The queen put her people at risk. She knew, and she refused to do anything about it.
Fell on his face, struck in the back, dragged around.
They must have realized they could not hold this position.
Hope they found a corner to hide in. Won't be anyone to talk to if not.
Ooh, there's an elf. Yeah, it'll be really cool to see. You guys will have to let me know once this is over what happens. But you like the queen a lot? She's a cool character, definitely. Aw, Cheesy Pete. All right. Oh, it's 2 of them. Oh, jeez. There we go, John's on my side. But we all make our choices, right? Triss, Yennefer. Oh, this is a tough one. Ooh, and you can't let him go too long. Oh, the heels out of the way. Okay. And also, I'm really, really interested in seeing what her reason is for betraying Dettlaff. I really want to find out what the heck's going on there. I'm totally Team Shawnee. Oh.
Armor proved useless. Claws sliced through steel like through butter.
We must hurry. Each moment's delay means another death.
They broke formation, ran.
That scent. It's Damien's blood. He was wounded.
Let's go.
You know, I love the Witcher games, how most of them end with a city in peril.
They didn't know. I didn't get a chance to prepare them.
Alright, I need to... Let's use some more vamp oil. Nope, inventory. Vamp oil is just a basic one. Luckily, my silver sword is good. And let's go to bestiary. What don't they like? So we've got Rexa. They don't like Jordan. We'll hit F5 here. I went with Yennefer, big time. Oh, that's right! Insta heal. Oh, jeez. Is this? No. Forktail. I actually might have... Let's see what we've got here before we go in. Basilisk, Griffin, Superior Swallow. We've got there. Full Moon. Increases max. I should actually read what these do. That might actually help. Immunity to poisons. Stamina regen. Oh, slows time. That could be interesting. What if we get that going? Hey, Babel, welcome! It seems like it. Oh, but my symbols aren't showing up on the ground, so I don't know where... Oh man, it's not showing the...
What now, you piece of filth?
Oh, these things are messing me up, the screams.
Care to come back?
I would very much like your help, Regis. Ooh, close. Yeah! Okay, one down, one more to go.
Geralt, care to come back?
I like that silver.
Yes! Yes!
We must focus on Damien. Time's running out.
Luckily, we have a lot of food.
themselves inside.
You must manage alone. And serve me.
I must manage this alone! No! But yes, Ciri became a witcher. Don't crash. Come on, load.